Hello and welcome back to another Untitled video. Today we are talking about the April 5th severe weather outbreak in the Southeast, which over the past few runs of the Storm Prediction Center page, as well as the model runs, has been looking more and more significant. So let's get started here with the Storm Prediction Center page, where we have enhanced, slight, and marginal risks. We have enhanced risks across 91,000 square miles and a population of 6.8 million people, including Montgomery, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, and Charleston, South Carolina. We have slight risks across 88,000 square miles and a population of 14.6 million people, including New Orleans, Louisiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Tallahassee, Florida, and marginal risk across 116,000 square miles and a population of 15.8 million people, including Jacksonville, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, Orlando, Florida, Jackson, Mississippi, and Huntsville, Alabama. We also have tornado risk today. We have a significant severe risk, which shows the potential for 10% chance of EF2 to EF5 tornadoes within 25 miles of the 32,000 square miles and approximately 1.9 million people in this hatched area here, including Savannah, Georgia, Albany, Georgia, Dothan, Alabama, Hinesville, Georgia, and Statesboro, Georgia. We have a 10% chance of tornadoes across 75,000 square miles and a population of 5.3 million people, including Montgomery, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, and Albany, Georgia. And 5% chance of tornadoes across 66,000 square miles and a population of 12.4 million people, including Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, Tallahassee, Florida, and Columbus, South Carolina, and a 2% chance across 155,000 square miles and a population of 19.5 million people, including Jacksonville, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, New Orleans, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Orlando, Florida. Winds correspond to enhanced, slight, and marginal risks. So enhanced risks have a 30% chance of strong winds, slight risks have a 15% chance of strong winds, and a 5% chance of strong winds in the marginal risks. We have a 15% chance of hail across 51,000 square miles and a population of 3.1 million people, including Montgomery, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, Albany, Georgia, and Dothan, Alabama, and a 5% chance of hail across 219,000 square miles and a population of 31.7 million people, including Jacksonville, Florida, Charlotte, North Carolina, New Orleans, Louisiana, Atlanta, Georgia, and Birmingham, Alabama. Let's take a look at the HRRR model on pivotal weather, where we could see the highest severe threats. So, we could start to see some storms moving into Louisiana and Arkansas. This is right around 4 a.m. Eastern, which is 3 a.m. Central Time, Tuesday morning. Now, we start to see some significant impacts starting to move into areas of the southern Mississippi River Valley. This is right around 7 a.m. Eastern, which is 6 a.m. Central Time. At this point, we could be seeing significant severe weather in areas such as Greenville and Vicksburg, Mississippi. Now, as we move further into the day, right here around, this is 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, we could see some thunderstorms moving through Jackson, Mississippi, and some other thunderstorms moving out in front of the major line of thunderstorms in areas such as Baton Rouge and Lafayette, Louisiana. Then we continue to move throughout the day with that line of thunderstorms moving further south and east. Now we see some thunderstorms here. This is right around, let's call that 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, in areas such as Meridian and Hattiesburg, Mississippi, as well as starting to move across the Alabama state line into areas like Tuscaloosa and Birmingham, as this front end here could be sporadic thunderstorms and showers as well. Then we continue to move throughout the day as we see some more severe thunderstorms starting to move into Alabama, as well as areas of Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, Huntsville, and then down into areas of southern Mississippi, closing in on Gulfport, and back into Louisiana, moving into Baton Rouge and Lafayette, Louisiana. We start to see some showers and thunderstorms moving into the Atlanta area of Georgia, while severe thunderstorms move into areas such as Mobile, Alabama, Gulfport, Mississippi, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and even into areas such as Montgomery, Auburn, Alabama, and starting to move into Dothan as well. Pensacola is going to be seeing some thunderstorms here. This is right around, let's go back here. Gulfport and Mobile, this is right around 1 p.m. Eastern, which is noon Central, and Pensacola starts to see some thunderstorms. This is right around 3 p.m. Eastern, which is 2 p.m. Central Time, where the thunderstorms are moving through Pensacola, areas such as Dothan, Alabama, Albany, Georgia, through Columbus, Georgia, but still impacting areas such as Atlanta and Macon, even into Athens. Then we continue to see this line of thunderstorms move through, but starting to weaken after that point. So 3, 4 o'clock Central, which is 4, 5 o'clock Eastern, we start to see some more sporadic thunderstorms, but eventually moving into areas such as Charleston, South Carolina here, right around, this is 8 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. Central, but 8 p.m. Eastern in this region here, with some thunderstorms in areas such as Charleston, South Carolina, Florence, South Carolina, and then eventually most of this makes it off the coast with some lingering thunderstorms in parts of northern Florida, such as Jacksonville, Florida, getting some severe thunderstorms before another system starts to move into the region on Wednesday and Thursday, which could bring in some more significant weather in the area with the possibility of some severe thunderstorms. So in general here, this is the mixed layer cape, which is just the energy for thunderstorms. So the more energy, the stronger the thunderstorms can be. So you can see here a large area of 1,000 plus joules per kilogram of energy in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Texas. This is going to be the main fuel source for these thunderstorms as they move throughout the region, with some more areas of 1,000 plus joules per kilogram of energy in areas such as Georgia and Florida, which kind of builds that revamp into South Carolina. That's that main fuel source for that. Now, as we talk about tornadoes here, this is our significant tornado parameter, which is a scale out of 10. Usually if we see 2 to 4, those are very significant chances of tornadoes. Anything above a 4 is a extreme chance of tornadoes. So right now we are seeing on the current model runs some areas of 2s in parts of Louisiana, such as areas east of Monroe, but west of Vicksburg, Mississippi. Seeing that 2.1 here, this is right around 5 a.m. Central Time. Then we start to see some of those 3s pop up here, just south of Vicksburg near Natchez, Mississippi, 2.9. This is right around 6 a.m. Central Time. We could also see some 3s in areas such as Macomb and Columbia, Mississippi, just across the Mississippi River. Now, as we continue to move throughout the day, we can see 3s down here in areas such as Columbia and Tylertown. Now, as we continue throughout the day, we are now at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is 2 p.m. Central. We could see those 2s and 3s moving into areas such as Evergreen, Monroeville, Bruton, Atmore, Alabama. And eventually we could see a kind of revival of some of that tornado threat here back into areas such as Mobile and Mount Vernon, Alabama, and eventually maybe even some 4s up here back in areas such as Evergreen and Andalusia, parts of Alabama, maybe even Enterprise, Dothan could see significant tornado impacts as this revival happens. So peak time for tornadoes here, this is right around, let's call that, I'm blanking here. This is noon Eastern, so 11 a.m. Yeah, 11 a.m. Central Time through, let's call that 2 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. Central. Eventually, we will see another revival here through Georgia with some 3s. This is right around, that is 17, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Time in areas such as Macon and Warner Robins, Georgia, and eventually another semi-revival here near Charleston. This is right around 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So, that is the severe threat for today. I hope you found this video useful. I had to pull out my phone with a lot of the specific town names, so if I pronounced your town name wrong, I'm sorry. I was trying to do that as quickly as possible. I think I butchered a couple of times as well, but just the base rule here that Z marker, you subtract 4 for Eastern Time and subtract 5 for Central Time. So if I mispronounced a time, that's the general rule. So, a very quirky severe threat for today, as most of the severe weather will be moving from northeast or northwest to southeast, and that could cause a lot of energy to be popping up very quickly because that Gulf moisture will be drawn up and immediately, in some spots, be converted into severe thunderstorms. And those crosswinds of the southwesterly winds behind that front and the northerly winds ahead of that front could create a lot of shear, which could create those tornadoes. And that's why we have that significant severe threat in place for areas of southern Alabama, parts of Georgia as well, because that's where that crosswind will be greatest as it gets closest to the Gulf of Mexico, where you have those straight north winds, those northwesterly winds, and those will create shear, those will create spin, and that's what creates tornadoes. So, as always, stay safe, have a plan in place for tornadoes. This is not an area that is new to tornadoes this year especially. So just have your plan in place, and if you hear a siren or have an EAS alert, an emergency alert system alert, go off on your phone, make sure to seek proper shelter, either in an interior area of your home or in a basement, or down there could see some developments having those tornado shelters, but others do not have the fortune of having those. So basement or central location with no windows, preferable for shelter during a tornado. But that is all the information that I have for the severe threat. If you found this video informational, consider subscribing and hitting the bell for more weather updates so you can get alerted when I post another video on local and national weather news. But that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.